Good morning and welcome to Today in the News here on Vanguard Life. My name is Ololade Adewumi. A look into our newspapers for today, starting with Vanguard. Major headline on Vanguard says foreign lobbyists are fueling genocide claims in Nigeria, says federal government discloses neutralization of 13,500 terrorists with 17,000 suspects arrested. Takes note of U.S. concerns about religious freedom violations, moves to resolve areas of misunderstanding via diplomatic channels. No targeted killing of Christians in Nigeria, Keyamo writes Trump. U.S. Senator Cruz vows to release names of officials involved in religious persecution to hold them accountable. You won't dictate our foreign policy. U.S. lawmaker slams China over remarks on Nigeria. Major story can be found on page 5 of the Vanguard newspaper. Top banner Nigeria's $2.35 billion Eurobonds massively oversubscribed in excess of $10.65 billion. Senate mulls stiffer penalty for persons ripening fruits with harmful chemicals. ASUU accuses minister of misleading Nigerians, threatens to resume strike. Lower banner, federal government set up approval board for PPP project. PDP crisis, BOT stays neutral, urges reconciliation. Alleged terrorism. You have last chance to defend yourself, court tells Kanu. Tinubu, Sultan, Uzodima, others, headline editors confirm. Nigeria's telecom subscribers hit 173.5 million as broadband penetration reaches 49.3%. Away from Vanguard, a look into the Punch newspaper. Major headline on the Punch says, Power showdown. Wike block defiant as PDP BOT insist on convention. PDP faction locks secretariat as BOT. Wike camp hold rival meetings. Top banner. I predicted mass US visa green card revocation, says Shoyinka. Mawa fight for second term as five rivals close in. 15% import tariff could make Nigeria fuel producing powerhouse, says refiners. Trump's threat. Federal government engages diplomats, rallies military commanders. Lower banner. Over 85 killed as flood wreaks havoc in Philippines. And lastly, Tinubu to open editors conference November 12. Away from the Punch, a look into the Punch newspaper, a look into the Nation newspaper. Major headline on the Nation says, Ministers defend Nigeria against Trump's targeted killings claim. Top banner. I was deceived into pleading to false charge, says Kano. Anyawu's camp appeals ex parte order following PDP convention. Exploitation. FCCPC shuts textile warehouses in Kano. Man backs 50% tariff on imported petrol, diesel. Lower banner. Senate uncovers $300 billion crude losses. Government to invest 12 billion naira in digital economy research. Away from the Nation newspaper, look into the Guardian newspaper. Major line on the Guardian says referendum call items over elitist constitution reform plot. Top banner BOT backs Damagum as Abdurrahman led PDP suspends convention. Presidency manufacturers agree on privatization of PH other refineries. Stop celebrating what there's GDP figures or Shibajo wants African government. Senate okays 14-year jail term for Randy lecturers. Again, federal government rejects CPC tag as Falano dismisses Trump's genocide claim. And lastly, Tinubu, Sultan, Uzodima, others headline editors conference. That's all we have on the front page of our newspapers this morning. Join us after the break for a quick analysis of some of our top stories. Welcome back. If you're just joining us, this is Today in the News here on Vanguard Live. My name is Ololade Adewumi. I look into our top story for today. It says Senate mulls stiffer penalty for persons ripening fruits with chemicals. The Senate has said it will, through its relevant committees, amend extant laws to prescribe stiffer punishments for persons found guilty of ripening fruit through the application of harmful chemicals in the country. It also resolved that the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security, Nigerian Agricultural Quarantine Services, the Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission, FCCPC, and Nigerian Council of Food Science and Technology, NICFOST, should increase the level of awareness by continuous sensitization and massive public enlightenment on the hazardous implication of chemical ripening of fruits in Nigeria. It said existing regulatory agencies mandated to undertake food safety and controls should ensure enforcement through legal and regulatory means. Resolutions of the Senate yesterday were circled to the presentation and consideration of the Senate Joint Committees on Health, Secondary and Tertiary, and Agricultural Services, Productive and Rural Development, chaired by Senator Ikpalibi Banigo, PDP Rivers West. For more details on this story, head over to www.vanguardngr.com or look into our second story for today. Our second story says the Academic Staff Union of Universities, ASUU, University of Jos Branch, has accused the Minister of Education, Dr. Tunji Moruf Alawusa, of issuing misleading statements regarding the federal government's fulfillment of agreements with university workers, warning that the union may resume its suspended strike if the issues remain unresolved within the next 2 weeks. In a statement signed by the branch chairperson, Professor Jobe Joseph, ASU recalled that it had on October 22, 2025, issued a 4-week ultimatum to the federal government to meet its outstanding demands or risk a total strike. According to the union, 2 weeks after the ultimatum, not more progress has been recorded, as university staff are yet to receive their withheld salaries, wage award arrears, and other entitlements. Head over to www.vanguardngr for more details on this story. That's all we have on the show for today. Do well to follow us on all our social media platforms as seen on your screen for up-to-date stories at www.vanguardngr.com. My name is Ololade Ad.